new study took a look at restrictive abortion laws to see whether or not they make an impact into whether or not women go out and get abortion. So the thing that they looked at specifically were ultrasound laws, and what they found was that ultrasound laws actually do not deter women from getting abortions. And this was a very, very comprehensive study. Right now, 10 states require a woman to get an ultrasound before she gets an abortion. 3 of those states force the woman to look at the ultrasound before she gets the abortion.
How does that literally manifest itself? Like, that's always the question I want.
How do you get to that point?
Well, one of the governors who...
Here, look. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to see.
How do you force her to look at it?
Are they moving her jaw? Are they like...
I think there was a governor of Pennsylvania who was trying to get this passed, and he was saying, well, I don't know how anybody could force you to look at something and close your eyes. That was his response. You can close your eyes.
I remember that story. Yeah.
Corbett.
Well, 3 of the states do force you to look at the ultrasound. You have to take a look at it before you go through with the abortion. But the researchers took a look to see if this makes any type of difference in a woman's decision to actually go through with the abortion. The researchers analyzed over 15,575 visits to a large urban abortion provider in 2011. All of the patients received an ultrasound before continuing with the abortion procedure, and all of them were given the opportunity to look at the image. Most patients chose not to look at it. Women did opt to view the ultrasound about 42% of the time, which is kind of crazy. And among those women, about 98% of them went on to have an abortion anyway.
That's because you can't tell what it is. I've looked at ultrasound pictures throughout the pre-birth of my son. It was like laughing at a joke I didn't get. Oh yeah, there's the hand. I couldn't figure anything out.
Yeah.
You know those hidden pictures?
Yeah.
It's
like, a shark.
Yeah, it's a shark. I've never been able to see those in my life.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
I would do that. I would laugh along with it. But this is just further evidence that they're looking constantly for reasons why women shouldn't have abortions, and to stop people and delay people. And this is one weapon. They thought, hey, this is clever, this is good. That's not working. Eventually, they're going to move on to their next weapon.
Yeah,
that's what this tells me.
And they have like this misconception that women take that decision lightly or make that decision easily. Like, oh, you know what? Turns out I'm pregnant. Maybe I'll get an abortion. Yeah. If you've already made that appointment and you are going to that clinic, you want that abortion. The vast majority of women that actually go through with it report feeling relief as their number one emotion after it's over, right? So I just hate this misconception that conservatives have about women.
The vast majority of men too.
I don't think that's not a misconception. It's just it's a combination of deceit and ignorance. Like they don't care what they feel. That's not that's not their. It's more John Stossel, it's more Jack Kingston, it's more take people at this most vulnerable point and try to exploit them.
Yeah, make them feel intimidated and scared.
Yeah, the good news is that this one's not working. I mean, that's the great news, is that it doesn't matter. And so I'm like, so now we can say, all right, great, you want to make him have an ultrasound? Okay. Right. Maybe we don't need to argue that one so much. Stop fighting it so much. That one's not that big a deal.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of these states are now passing laws that limit the amount of time you have before you can get an abortion, or you have like 6 weeks in some conservative states before it's too late. And so you have to get a transvaginal ultrasound, which is basically like a probe that they put inside you. And like that type of stuff is meant to intimidate and control the woman, so she feels like, do I want to go through with that? I don't know what to do. I mean, that's the whole point of passing that type of legislation.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, the stuff that they're actually forcing.
Yeah, that's terrible.
The processes is.
Yeah, we're just talking about the. Put the stuff on the gel on your stomach and do the little thing. Again, which is you shouldn't even have to do that, but at least it's not. At least it's merely prolonging an experience, and it isn't disrupting it completely. Of course, the same thing they're doing is this, again, giant lack of understanding, is this belief. And again, I'm going to argue my own point here against it, because maybe they do believe it, that the women are like, I'm going to go be loose and slutty, speaking as a conservative, because if things go wrong, I'll just get an abortion. And I don't, I've known no one who thinks that way ever.
So how are these women getting pregnant?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it still the same old with the penis? Is it the same old way?
I think it's still with the penis, yeah.
Guess we don't have a solution.